Hello and welcome to Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. Today is February 15th, 2025. I hope you all had a nice Valentine's Day. I did. I spent it with Georgia, my Valentine. After she got off the beach, I went over and we went to a Reiki session where we relaxed. And I do feel relaxed until I start reading about Trump. But even Trump doesn't bother me today. Let's talk about nuclear weapon safety. I guess Doge. But Trump went in and basically Doge and Trump fired on Wednesday, I believe it was, hundreds of people responsible for our nuclear weapon safety. Then, realizing what they did, they went back on Thursday and they're trying to rehire the people. Let's hope they do. You know, Doge, you don't have to be brilliant or even smart to just assume that you're going to go somewhere and fire everybody. Because whether you find waste or not, you don't feel it's necessary to the country. Wow. Okay. I get it. Well, that's not too brilliant. It's not too brilliant, and it does not inspire confidence in Doge for finding waste when they do something like this, or in the whole Republican strategy of government right now. You can't go into some place and rip it apart and then say, oh, wait a minute, what did they do? And that's what happened. What kind of confidence is that supposed to inspire in anybody at this point? But anyway, they are trying to rehire those people. Let's hope that they do. So. Zelensky of Ukraine. He said they're looking to partner with Europe on the production and sale of minerals to Europe. This after Donald Trump basically had some lackey slip a piece of paper to Zelensky saying, sign this, demanding, basically, the minerals of Ukraine, sorry. And Zelensky said, screw you. And, Trump basically is saying, you owe us because we sent you $300 billion in aid. Well, no, you didn't send it. The previous administration sent it. I can't imagine you sending even $1 to Zelensky. And Zelensky is really a person who is putting Ukraine first. Because he has to rebuild that country, Donald. He has to rebuild the country. And this is part of the money he's probably going to use to do it. How nice to see a leader actually putting his country first instead of putting rich people first. Another problem is that right now, when Trump says, oh, you know what, Zelensky's going to have to give up that area that the Russians now control, the Donetsk area. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They haven't been able to wrestle that away from the Russians yet. Yeah, you have to give that up and then don't join NATO. A lot of Ukraine's valuable minerals are in Russian control right now in the Donetsk and surrounding areas. $7 trillion perhaps of minerals. It's really embarrassing when Donald Trump considers the leaders of other nations to be stupid. Oh, yeah, you sign that. You won't notice the difference. Just sign it. It's the check for dinner tonight. What an embarrassment. What a maroon. And the people that work for him. What maroons, as Bugs Bunny used to say. On a lighter note, Trump had a press conference and he was rambling about magnets this time. He said that magnets don't work when they're wet. That's why they're not good to have on boats. This started from something about Boeing delivering airplanes to the United States. To the military, I guess. And he started talking about magnets on boats. And hydraulic systems work, but magnets don't. The magnets are supposed to lift the planes, and he doesn't. Boeing's apparently using that, and he doesn't trust that. I heard that magnets do work when they're wet. I would assume the people at Boeing know that too. And, but I had a thought that maybe. Do you remember during the campaign and Trump would say, oh, if your boat is on fire and you're going to get electrocuted, but you see a shark in the water, would you jump into the water and let the shark kill you? Or would you die by electrocution? I guess maybe the magnets don't work on the shark? I wonder if there are magnets in windmills. I'm really glad that he has not issued an executive order on windmills. Thank God he has stopped short of that. That's one embarrassment we haven't had yet. So, as a country, we are kind of stuck between embarrassment and pain. I guess embarrassment's better than pain. But the pain's coming. People are finding out already. We really are not going to be a first world country if Donald Trump and Doge do everything they're going to do, or they say they're going to do. If the states don't pick up the slack when Doge cuts off the Department of Education, because if the states don't pick up the slack, then 15, 20 years from now, oh my God, are we going to be uneducated as a people? And at the same time, even while Trump says, oh, we got to eliminate the Department of Education and the federal department and give control back to the states, at the same time he says, you know what, though? If the states continue with DEI initiatives, then we're going to punish them by reducing funding in other areas. So in essence, we're not going to interfere in your education policies, but we're going to interfere in your education policies. We're not going to fund them. We're not going to fund your education, but we're going to bully you into other things and dictate what we need to happen. And as you've seen in Oklahoma, there is a push to be teaching the Bible in school. I guess as if it's history. Do they even teach history in schools anymore? I bet you Oklahoma doesn't teach that bit about the Tulsa Massacre 100 years ago. But they'll teach Adam and Eve because, well, we were there and we know. Okay, that was a rant. And this has been Coping with Magnets. I mean, Donald. I'm Phil. Have a good weekend. And I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. I got a nice card for my Valentine. Bye.